What's going on, guys? Drewzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video and some more content with Bounty Hunter Kyle, as we were able to unlock him yesterday. But today, instead of focusing on PvP gameplay, we're going to focus on PvE gameplay. I know that some of you don't really care so much about PvE gameplay as PvP, but primarily why I'm switching to PvE for this episode is to look at his actual, if his damage and heal really is to the value that we feared when he originally came out, because with PvE, we'll be able to get probably a better assessment of how strong he really could be potentially in a PvP setting as well. He primarily seems to be most effective against swarm style units, so there are a lot of different PvE matches that have a lot of different swarm units that we can really try to test and see how strong he really can be. I have also pre-built a deck for this to test it out. We're going to look at it here real fast. This is the deck in my 4th slot. Not only, again, as we are focusing on Bounty Hunter Kyle, but we're trying to compare it against the other major range units for Sci-Fi. I know these are not all of them that I have, but we have Bounty Hunter Kyle, Robo Bebe, and Visitors all in this deck. Hopefully we're able to get all 3 of them on the battlefield at the same time. In some of these matches I'll try to focus on that to try to test out how good the Visitors really are. And my Visitors are max level 3 right now. See how good the Visitors and Robo Baby are with that extra boost in damage and from Bounty Hunter Kyle, which I think could be very intriguing and interesting. I still don't have him to level 3 quite yet. Have not completed all the way through the weekend event. I'm about 2/3 of the way through the event currently right now. Hopefully, and planning on getting all the way through the solo event, because remember, guys, it was announced in my video yesterday that if you complete the solo event for this weekend's event with Bounty Hunter Kyle's launch, you will get a free guaranteed Bounty Hunter Kyle. At least one. I don't know if you'll get more than one. That was not officially announced by Red Links, but they did announce you will get a free Bounty Hunter Kyle for sure, and at least unlock him to play him in at least friendly battles if you get him to at least level 1. So that's interesting. I also built this deck with slows in mind. Program Stan, Freeze Ray, Poseidon Stan, Towley, things like that, to try to be able to slow down the swarm units, and then Regen to heal them up, and Friar Jimmy to heal them up to keep them sustained, to really try to see if I can boost the true value and play of these 3 range units from the Sci-Fi theme. So we're going to go up here against one of these Cyborg Kenny bosses, as I've already beaten this mission all the way through, but we're going to go ahead and start it off here. And hopefully, and if I'm not mistaken, there are a good amount of swarm units in this version, so that was one of the main reasons why I picked it, to try to see as much damage as we can with Bounty Hunter Kyle. We do get Bounty Hunter Kyle to start out. I'm going to go ahead and go with Poseidon Stan here first, and then here we go with the pigeons to start. So we're going to get Robo Baby in here, we're going to get her charging up, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the Visitors here as well. Look at all these swarm units, guys, coming at us. We're going to slow all this down. Try to make sure that we heal as well. Try to keep everyone alive here. And so far we have Robo Baby with the +12. We have the Visitors with the +6. Bounty Hunter Kyle trying to get in range here of this tower to get that heal going for them. I really need to get regeneration here going to keep everyone alive. But we also have the Friar Jimmy here. He's still plugging away, keeping everyone relatively healed up. As you can see that the pluses are going up. We're going to get this regen on everybody here in a second. Get everyone healed up here real quick. Bounty Hunter Kyle, with the lack of range, he doesn't have tremendous range here. So it's just interesting to see him just try to power everybody up, because of his 3.75 range is pretty short, and you got to be pretty much right up on people to get it going. Everyone gets poisoned here. Gonna go ahead and do that. Hoping that everyone can stay alive here. So far, Friar Jimmy seems to be doing a pretty good job of keeping everyone alive, but that explosion there is going to deal quite a bit of damage. Let's just go ahead and start a slower push here in the back again. See if we can't work our way forward. Now these are going to be +5 or level 5 enemies going to be facing. So level 5 Ice Sniper Wendy will be coming at us. But again, we're just trying to get more Bounty Hunter Kyle in here. So we've got the other range units out here ready to go. Now it's Bounty Hunter Kyle's turn. So we're going to get him relatively as close as we can so he can start poking away at people. So he does get the freeze off for us. That doesn't actually really hurt us very much. If anything, That's going to get us enough time to really get this plus going up with Asimo, slowing everybody down. And Bounty Hunter Kyle just poking away at what we have going on here. Now we have a level 5 Jimmy here. Going to take him out. Plus 27 for everybody. Not good enough health to survive that explosion damage. But all in all, it just doesn't look like he is that overpowered. I mean, even in this setting, definitely looks useful, especially in PVE, to get that extra boost up. But by no means, in my opinion, as strong as we all kind of feared with him. I think we all just kind of feared in reality that he's just going to be this overpowered demigod that nobody be able to deal with. But definitely doesn't look that way so far. Based on how things are going. We'll go ahead and get Bounty Hunter Kyle in here again. Try to get some poke here on Randy with a level 5 6 element Randy. That should be good as far as getting a lot of poke in. We're trying to keep the visitors alive, but the poison looks like it's going to take him out. Let's see if the regen keeps Bounty Hunter Kyle alive. So far, it looks like that is the case. And he's given the plus 21 to that visitor, who's then going to take out Kenny there. So, kind of up for the bait as far as how useful that was in Bounty Hunter Kyle's main ability. But then, that's against a maxed up boss of level 5 for a good example there as far as his abilities. Well, let's check him out against another flying unit, against Imp Tweak here, who has not been released into the game quite yet. I have no idea when he's going to be coming out, but they just did release Bounty Hunter Kyle, which was a PvE only style character, so I assume it will be relatively soon. We are going to get Robo Baby out here to try to deal with these Underpants Gnomes to get her charged up. And then we're going to go ahead and get visitors out here as well. Deal with this range unit and get them to a position, hopefully, where they can get powered up a little bit. We'll get Friar Jimmy back here to try to keep all these range units alive. Again, that's the main focus of this, is just to compare at just how effective this strategy is, basically at helping the Sci-Fi range units actually be of value here. We're definitely going to have to take out this kid here on the left, so we got Astronaut Butters in here to help. We will get Zen Cartman to distract, and then we'll probably get a regen out here as one of the visitors has taken the lead here in the front, unable to quickly get Kyle to get that poke damage out. So we got Tally at plus 30. Robo Bebe is now charged up. She's at plus 30, as well as at full attack speed mode right now, and she is just poking people apart right now, as you can kind of see with this going on right now. I don't know what level Imp Tweak is going to be. I also don't think Imp Tweak has any special ability, if I'm not mistaken. He's just solely just a flying card. 931 health, 66 damage, with 5 energy cost right now. But I'm kind of intrigued to see just how fast. So one of the visitors went down relatively quick. It looks like Imp Tweak has a basic range, like his range is really bad, because he's just meleeing from the air. So that was interesting to see. I did not realize Imp Tweak had to actually use his, basically his, oh, we got all 3 right there. Look at that. That was interesting. I did not realize he would melee from the air. So that's going to be good to know in the future if you guys are going to be rolling Imp Tweak in the game when he does release. Now, again, he's not out yet. That's going to be interesting to see that he does do that. Let's go ahead and let's try one of the Cartman levels real quick before we wrap up the video. So I wonder how well this will work against Grand Wizard Cartman at the end, or if it will even work at all on the final level. Let's try that out just for giggles. And even though I will lose Zen Cartman out of my deck now that I think about it, but we've already committed to this, and in reality I think we should still be okay even without Zen Cartman in this deck. right now. So we're going to get all this out. Hopefully we can keep him alive. And get Friar Jimmy out here. We've got Robo Bebe doing work on these units, and now we just need to get Bounty Hunter Kyle out here to round this all out. Good amount of swarm units in this level, so far so good. We do have Zen Cartman, so we're definitely gonna have to get him out soon, because once the actual Cartman comes up, he will not be available to us. We'll get this regen out, try to keep everybody alive from these towers, because I do want to keep these visitors alive as best I can here. So far so good. Like that. Let's get Tally out here to slow stuff down. Look at that zap damage from our new kid, just wailing away on those rats back there. Kyle not getting the hits in here as well as we would like. Well, there is that. Do have this zap tower we need to take out as quickly as we can, and we take that out very well. And now it's time for these the next wave of towers here, and we're definitely going to have to deal with those as quickly as possible. So we got Friar Jimmy up on the top left. He should be able to deal with that fairly well himself. So we'll get Butters in here. We just decimated that tower. Getting the heal off. We got the other tower open with that. And now we're just going to see how well all this damage does. We did get the debuff, unfortunately, from Stan. We're going to use regen here to try to keep everybody alive. Just keep regenning as fast as we can. Still keeping everyone alive here. Dwarf King Clyde, nothing doing. And look at that damage output to get that win. So this is an interesting deck. This is an interesting card, to say the least, is Bounty Hunter Kyle. But by no means overpowered, guys. This was something that we all feared, myself included. Fortunately, did not get any of the keys. Myself included, as far as thinking that he was going to be extremely overpowered, thinking that it was going to be difficult to deal with him. But, yeah, if you guys get Bounty Hunter Kyle unlocked, this is the deck that I used. I know Visitors are extremely rare, one of the rarest cards in the game, more rare than any of the legendary cards to my knowledge right now within the game. But, paired with Bounty Hunter Kyle and Robo Bebe, definitely seems like the range units right now for Sci-Fi seem to do fairly well, at least for sure in PvE. Again, not sure how well or effective this would actually be in PvP as a deck option for you guys. That's going to do it here for today's video. Let me know down below if there's any other suggestions you want to see with Bounty Hunter Kyle or any other specific decks. I know I haven't really done a lot of PvE style content, a lot more PvP, but I'm willing to do PvE or campaign content, whatever you want to call it, here in the future going forward. But thought I'd try to showcase Bounty Hunter Kyle in both scenarios, PvP first, since that seems to be the more predominant suggestion for new cards and seeing things like that, but then also will show campaign footage as well, because it's kind of intriguing and interesting to know. If you guys want to see Ink and Craig in PvE or campaign, let me know down below in the comment section. I can make a video on that very easily for you guys. But until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.